Who wants to be where the people are? People are always running, jumping, running around on those, what you call, feet. That's right. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they play all day in the sun. I've got gizmos and gadgets of plenty, and who's its and what's its galore. You want socks? I've got many, but who cares? No big deal. I don't need more. But bobas, bombas, mambas, B-O-M-A, what? Bananas. This shit is bananas. Gastritis. Gastritis. When you've got thing in your eyes, yeah, I've got many. But who cares? No big deal. I just want the pain to go away. And I got shit in my eyes. I've got cataracts and floaters and pain and weird stuff. And then stuff just gets in my eyes. Has anybody had a day like that where they woke up in so much pain and they realized, and they woke up at 8:20 in the morning and they went to bed at 8:20 p.m. That's me. But who cares? No big deal. Just take it one day at a time. That's all we can do. One day at a time, one moment at a time. And sometimes the tears help clear out my eyes because I get shit in my eyes all the time. And my eyes are sensitive. I can see things. I see things differently than other people. I hear things differently than other people. I have a tattoo to show you. I hear things differently. I was born different. I was born special. I was born. When the doctor and the priest said it's okay to get an abortion, she said no. She said no. I'm going to have this thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how she's going to come out. And they didn't. And they threw me in an incubator and said, here, 10 fingers, 10 toes. She looks good. It's 1973. They didn't know any better. But who cares? No big deal. Everybody wants more. They want more sexy videos. They want more sexy pics. They want cute. Whatever fits into your box, Heather. Whatever fits into the box. But when you start to go outside of the box, Heather, that's when shit starts to get like, they're like, what? You mean you have a voice? What? Yeah, so I'm going to fucking shout about it. I'm going to let it out. I'm going to let it all hang out. I don't give a fuck anymore. Nope. Out of fucks. Out of fucks. Out of cares. This sweater, this that I got, my hair, crazy. Crazy hair. A mind of its own. It does what it wants to do. This shirt was really tight on me when I first bought it. I think I was up to 225 at that point. And it was really snug. And I was like, one day it won't be so, digestive issues. My stomach is a freaking mess. My pancreas is a mess. My liver is a mess. My spleen, my intestines, my stomach. My bones are dying. 6 confirmed via MRI. 2 more coming. I know my elbows are going. I know it. If you have a vascular necrosis in multiple joints, you know it's going to be in more. You just know it. You just freaking know it. And I think this has been washed so many times I can't even tell what size it is. Unless there's a tag on the side. And that's what I'm looking for while I do this. My monologue. My monologue. No one's going to stop my monologue because it's mine. What brand is this? Because it's really comfortable. I don't know what brand this is. Do you know what brand this is? I don't know, but I've got a pink one too. And I like it. Is it Reebok? I can't tell anymore. I've worn these so much. These hoodies when I go on the golf course with my ex-husband Jim. It was awesome. I love golf courses. I love riding around on golf courses. I want to go do PGA tours. Tiger Woods, I know him. Did he live in somewhere in Windermere? Yeah. Yep. Tiger made some mistakes, man. Tiger made some major mistakes. And I watched Tiger when he was a little kid, and I was like, man, that's an inspiration. Tiger Woods. I mean, what a name. Tiger Woods. And his father was his inspiration, but his father was a hard-ass motherfucker, and so was my dad. My dad, growing up, from military base to military base to military base. Born on a military base. Moved out of a military base when I was age 14. These started coming in. My dad saw the way the GIs were looking at me, and he goes, no, I already know my daughter. She's going to stay a virgin for as long as I can, and she is not going to meet a military man and marry and move away. She's not leaving me. Guess where I'm at? Trapped in my parents' house. That's right. This body has made it so that I can't live financially on my own because I can't hold a job. And every time I talk to a friend, have you thought about doing this? Have you thought about this? You can get a job at a Walmart as a greeter. I'm like, no, I can't. Nobody listens. Nobody gets it. Nobody pays attention unless you're suffering with all of these ailments that I have. You don't fucking get it. You want tissues? I've got many. But who cares? No big deal. I need more. I need puffs. This is Kleenex brand. Kleenex brand has soothing lotion. But it's not lotion. It's good stuff. Ready? It is. Okay, eyes aren't working right. I should find my glasses so I can see better. And my favorite glasses broke, and I don't have any money for the new ones. Oh my God. One thing after another, right? This has, all right, I could just see it's aloe coconut lotion. Coconut oil and aloe is what it says. I love coconut and I love aloe. And I'm starving, but I'm afraid because usually when I get that starving feeling, if I go to drink, my acid reflux stops it. So I'm going to try it. Let's see what happens. I call this the water test. If it goes down without hurting, then I can get up and explore food. That went down okay. I feel like kind of coming up. Ugh. So I'm going to try another sip. Flat water. Ow. Okay. And the pulsing tinnitus is here. As always. That's a new one for me, Lizzie. We have tinnitus. Do you have pulsing tinnitus, Lizzie? I'm gonna reach out to you and find out if you have pulsing tinnitus, because that's the new one for me. That started in when did it start? August? No, it was before. It was after my first COVID shot. Mom made me take a COVID shot in May. After I got out of the hospitals. 2 hospitals. And she's like, you need to take your COVID shot. I'm like, Mom, she's like, you're literally living with me. You're going to take your COVID shot. I'm like, fine. Took my COVID shot. Pfizer. I had no side effects. But now I have this pulsing tinnitus. Coincidence? I don't know. I'm already compromised. And now here I am taking this thing that's going to make me even more compromised. Where's the logic in this? Where is the logic? Let's speak about logic. I love logic, by the way. The performer logic. Oh, my God. Dude, you come out with, I'm half white, half black. I have 2 guy friends. One of them is my best friend, Chaz, and his brother, Dave. And they're from Columbia, Maryland. And I think Chaz was the first mixed baby brought to Columbia, Maryland, or born in Columbia, Maryland. I don't remember. My memories of things get a little skewed sometimes. But if you know Chaz, also known as Charlie, Russell, then you know the Russell brothers. I also know a guy named Ty Russell from Columbia, from Hammond High School. And he's pretty amazing. I got to spend some time with him and his friends in the band in the garage band. Or was it the basement? I don't remember. It was Danielle's basement. It was Ty's. It was garage. Was trunk. Basement, right? Basement Tapes is a band that sings a song called Going Back to Kansas City. And I've been trying to fucking go back to Kansas City because I need to see my friend Art's grave. He died sophomore year. My friend Juliet, my best friend Juliet, my fellow creative, wild, genius angel child, whose Jehovah's Witness grew up Jehovah's Witness, is half Italian, half Puerto Rican, if that tells you anything about my best friend Juliet. Fireworks. I love this woman. And she said, she's traveling. She's got a huge life event. She's traveling. Her and her man are traveling next week. And they're leaving California and they're traveling through different states to get over to North Carolina. She's like, Heather, come out to Thanksgiving, Kansas City, and then we'll road trip. I'm like, that would be so much fun. Juliet and I road tripping in a vehicle together when I have all this electronic stuff that I can post on social media about our road trip. That would be so much fun because we listen to every kind of music. And we would just have so much fun. But they can't nail down a date for me to fly there. And she said she would give me money for a flight, but yet don't know when I should fly. So it's like, well, there's kind of holes in the plan. There's holes in that plan. And so I'm like, all right, I guess this isn't going to work out. Because I've already been let down once. When I thought I was going to go to Kansas City, she's like, I'm not ready to go to Kansas City yet. I was like, but there was a Chiefs game. We could have caught the Chiefs game and Blue October on Halloween. And she's like, I'm not ready yet. But she's ready for Thanksgiving, but doesn't have a date for me. So when you're working with people who are just as quasi-scatterbrained as you, it's not easy. But I'm off the sauce. She's not. Because her boyfriend, Grant. I'm off the sauce. I don't drink alcohol. I stopped in May. I would have a beer. I would go to World of Beer and watch the kids do karaoke here at UCF and have a beer. Anybody at World of Beer, have I ever had more than one beer? And the only reason why I went there was because I finally got out of the house. I came back to the east side. I broke away a year ago. 1 year ago, November 2020, I moved in with my brother Mike. And I had the best 6 months living with my brother and my nephew, living in Karolinka's room. She passed away 2 years ago this November, right before Thanksgiving, 2 years ago. And I got to help my brother and his son. He was 8 years old when she died. I moved in when he was 9. He just turned 10. He shares a birthday with my niece, Bijou. Dominic and Bijou Sarah share a birthday. My brothers both had kids born on the same day. My brothers both had birthdays 8 days apart. November 5th and November 13th. 8 days apart. I was born at 11:15 a.m. That's 8. My birthday was in August. That's 8. I keep trying to get away from my parents. And I was born into their house. And I'm not going to die in their house. But there is, if you put an 8 sideways, it's the infinity. I keep trying to get away. I got away for 19 whole years. 19 whole years I got away. And now I'm fucking stuck here again. In the land of Alzheimer's. And if nobody has had a family member get Alzheimer's or dementia, then you don't understand. And you won't. You won't until you're going through it. I have a lot of friends and family that have had to deal with Alzheimer's because it runs my Dad's grandfather, great-grandpa Cole, had Alzheimer's. And I saw him when I was 17 years old, walking through the house. And my great-grandfather, I was 17. And he said, do you want a tour to my dad? And he said, yeah. And he goes, Heather, come with me. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, I'd love to see a tour of the house. My dad knows I love that shit. And my great-grandpa Cole twice said, what a beautiful young wife you had. And the third time, my dad's like, he looked at me and I'm like, I just shook my head. He said it the third time and I just said, thank you. Because there's no correcting Alzheimer's. They won't remember. It's pointless. So my dad gets in his rants and it's hard to watch such a strong man deteriorate. And I don't want my kids to see me suffer. I don't bug them. They see what they need to see. They see what they want to see. That's what everybody does. They see what they want to see. I must not a lot, I guess. Even without the tears. 4 sinus surgeries. I have the best otolaryngologist in St. Petersburg. I've been to the aquarium. No, we didn't go into the aquarium, did we, in Tampa? Do you believe that there's one place that I've never been to, and I'm an artist who loves art, who went to Maryland Art Institute for a whole semester? I met some amazing people there. Yep, Baltimore. Maryland Art Institute. And I've never been to the Salvador Dali Museum in Tampa. St. Pete. It's in St. Pete. I love St. Pete. I would move to St. Pete in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Clearwater, those beaches, there's nothing like Clearwater Beach. You're stepping on baby powder. It was so soft. And I would love to live there, but I can't. I gotta stay here and help my mom. In this house full of distractions. Because they do nothing but watch TV. That's what they do. That's what retirees do. And they watch the infomercials and the commercials and the everything. And they listen to fake news, fake media. They listen to fake everything. They listen to my brother who thinks he knows stuff, but he's only 70% there. I hope over the past year he's gotten better. But when I moved in with him, he said, Heather, I'm only 70%. I'm only 70%. I'm like, well, you just lost Karolinka. I get it. Karolinka was the light in their life. The art in their life. There's so much art in that house that Karolinka did. I've got a piece in my ex-husband's house across the street that was from me. She made it for me, and it looks like none of her other pieces of art. It looks so different because she saw me in a way that I never saw myself. And it looked like a giant vagina. If anybody's seen this art that hangs over the TV from my house when I was living across the street from my parents with my ex-husband and my kids. Looks like a vagina. Victoria. Do you remember when we were at Tanqueray's downtown and that woman started talking to us and we saw a picture of her asshole. So then we started talking about what vaginas look like. And you said yours looked like an orchid. I love orchids. I've never eaten an orchid. I've never gone down on a woman. I don't think I can. No. No. But I might try. Oh, actually, I did do it once. When I was a little girl. This girl and I were curious. And we were little girls, so we didn't really clean ourselves very good, you know. So I tried it once. Would I try it again? I don't know. But to each their own. To each their own. You should let people just be the way that they want to be. I was exposed to things at a very young age that I shouldn't have been exposed to, starting at age 5. Life happens to us. My kids, they're good. They're good. Even with a small little hiccup here and there, they're good. They didn't have to move around their whole life and be introduced to all kinds of bizarre things, moving around from state to state. They've been in Florida their whole life. Orlando, across the street from their grandparents, which I never had. My grandparents lived in Michigan and Canada. Those are the 2 places that I went to visit. And got caught sleepwalking in Michigan. That's when it started, when I was 8. Yeah, that's when it started. I was 8 years old. That's also when we got Dusty. When I was 8. My first dog that I can remember. Golden Retriever puppy. Dusty. And we traveled from Michigan in a big giant station wagon, the 5 of us, and a puppy. And if you've ever traveled from Michigan to Alabama, because we were going to Huntsville, if you ever traveled, technically Redstone Arsenal, if you ever traveled with a puppy, you have to stop and you have to put puppy pads. Well, we didn't have puppy pads back then, so we put newspaper on the floor, and my mom and I would go into the handicap stall, take turns peeing while the other one watched the puppy so that he would pee. Well, he snuck out underneath the door, and somebody's like, "Oh, puppy!" I'm like, "Ah!" Mom's like, "Open the door!" And I mean, she's sitting on the toilet, and I'm opening the door to go get the puppy. I'm like, "We don't give a fuck." That dog, I freaking love that dog so much, and we had to get rid of him because my mom ended up in the hospital because of asthma. Not because she smoked. No. Which she did a lot. And she forgets this. She smoked. My mom smoked. My dad smoked on occasion. He's that guy who could have just 2 cigarettes at a party and not smoke. My brother was like that. Steve was like that. Not Mike. Not me. No. When we smoked, we smoked. And now, my dad and Steve were very much alike, like ridiculously amount of so much alike. And I gotta stretch my legs. My knees are, if you have a vascular necrosis in your knees, you know that you have to change positions from time to time. I also have it in my hips. Both hips, bilateral. I'm a hippie. And knees and left shoulder, so far confirmed via MRI. I know my elbows are for shit because they just hurt. I'll just be holding something and my elbow starts to hurt. And it's that ache. It's that ache. And I don't like this camera angle because you got my boobies all like that, and I don't like that. So I'm going to put you here. And if I lay you back. Then my back starts to hurt because of the pancreatitis. And then my liver hurts. Everything starts to hurt. Sleeping for me is a luxury. When I can sleep. You see my bed? I'll show you. My bed. Ow, it's not supposed to pop. It has to be at an angle because of the gird. Saved my life. Having a bed. I convinced my ex-husband Jim to buy a Tempur-Pedic. It was split, adjustable. And he's like, I could just get a flat one. We can save money. We can save money. I'll just get a flat one. I'm like, no, that won't look right. If the beds are like this, that won't look right. So we got adjustable. And then shortly after we got our Tempur-Pedic adjustable dual, he said, I love my bed. I said, I know. Guess who has the bed? My ex, across the street. He has the bed. So my mom got me one when I moved in here. And my brother, I bought the base when I moved into my brother's house because he had a mattress, Karolinka's mattress. It was Karolinka's mattress that I was sleeping on an adjustable base with her ashes in the room. If anybody knows anything about spirits or the power of energy and people, that time that I spent in that house was priceless. But the shower, Gianni and I have had conversations about the shower, because the shower, you walk in, and Gianni, I'm doing it because you and I talked, Gianni. You get into the shower, it's a little square box, and I would wash my hair, and bang, elbow, fuck, bang, damn it, knee, bang. It's like, it was so, seriously, the smallest shower I've ever been in my life. And I had to live in it for 6 months and take a shower in this shower, because my brother and my nephew did the other shower, which they peed all over this. My nephew pees all over seats. Every time he comes over, Friday nights, every Friday night, toilet seat up, pee everywhere. He doesn't always make it. And I'm going to cover up my nipples. But I don't want to cover up because, you didn't hear that. I don't want to cover up because it's too hot in here. It gets hot in this room. This room and the room where my bunny and guinea pig are, it's really hot. So I have to put on layers. Like an onion puts on layers. Just kidding. The onion doesn't put on layers. Onion is layers. They talk about it in Shrek. Better out than in. That's what my body says too. Better out than in. That's right. And it stands. It stands. It stands. It does. It stands. It stands. It puts shoes on. It goes outside. It walks a dog around the neighborhood, which I adopted and rescued from Savage Rain. That's where their name. That was their names. They were the couple, Savage and Rain. Savage Rain were homeless, couldn't take care of this dog. When I got this puppy, she kept saying, I gotta get my cash. I gotta get my cash, my puppy. And I'm like, so you have to get this puppy. Where are you gonna keep it? You ain't got nowhere to stay. You're staying with me in the guest room, which she couldn't sleep there on Friday nights because that's Dominic's bed. I tried to help her. I dried her out, and then she went right back to the bottle 3 days later. Right back to drinking, and then I still have the, oh, here, you want to see it? I have the Molly that she was going to smoke. She was going to put it in this paper, and there's all kinds of shit in here. All kinds of shit. She picked up off the floor because she busted it. Was picking up sand and shit that Brian and I went on our trip. She was picking up all kinds of shit. And she was going to put it in her thing and smoke it. And she's like, wait till you try this, Heather. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not fucking trying that. What the fuck? And she's geeking the fuck out. And finally I put it in the thing. I said, we can't roll it up. We'll have to take care of it when we go home. Okay. We get home. Where is it? I'm like, I threw it away. I flushed it. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I flushed it. But really what I had done is I put it in a secret little jar that I used to carry some flour in, and I put it in there and I forgot about it. I have scientist friends who are in Illinois, family. I have 2 ex-sister-in-laws, step-sister-in-law. I got 2 ex-step-sister-in-laws. Is that right? They're not bio related to my ex-husband. I don't even know what that is, but they're both doctors of science. Both of them. Baker, DeWaal. That's right. Dr. DeWaal, Dr. Baker. These 2 women married men in my ex-husband's family. Andy married Danielle, and Kyle married, I'm not going to say her name yet, because this woman is like the best mom. She's honestly, hands down, I'm going to get emotional. Nicole, you are seriously the best mom ever. I can't even keep this up. Nicole, you are hands down the best mom. And your 2 kids, Hannah and Caleb, I told you, Caleb is gonna be, he's got it. He has the it factor. This kid, I met him in Michigan. I mean, I met him. I knew him as a baby, but I mean, I went to their wedding. I went to Kyla Nicole's wedding where weird things happened, and I met somebody who knew my Evan and my brother from Orlando, Florida, Don Pablo's, in some weird place in Illinois. I don't even know where we were. It was just outside of the city, I think. But I was at their wedding, and that was one of the first introductions to Jim's family before we got married. And Nicole comes from a very interesting family. She's had to deal with a lot. And probably the best mom. Mom. Like, she moms her kids. And Kyle's good too, don't get me wrong. But the best bio mom in the Baker Club bio clan, hands down, Mary Kate. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sue. But you made her. You made Mary Kate. Mary Kate is the best. She's my MC. She is. She's pregnant with baby number. And they're not going to find out what it is until it's born. And I just hope it's healthy. So I'm going to wrap this up. Go to the bathroom. I'm not going to take you with me. I'm going to take you to the bathroom. And I know. There's fetishes. People want to watch you go to the bathroom. There's this thing called 2 girls in a cup. Not doing that. Nope. Don't ask me to do any weird shit. I'm not going to do it. But I need to get some food. I'm going to try one more time. It's questionable. I'm going to try the water test one more time. And then I'm going to the bathroom. Holy cow, I can feel the whole thing going down. But it's not coming back up. So I'm going to go to the bathroom and then I'm going to get something to eat. Wish me luck. Bakers, DeWaals, stay magical. I love you. Whenever you want to say I love you without saying I love you, you just say olive juice. You might have heard that. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not going to be good. Oh. That's just my little tip for the day. See ya.